So the advent of gasoline tax radically changed road funding. Oregon instituted the first state gas tax in 1919, and by the late 1920s, every state had followed suit. The idea was simple and clever. Drivers pay a few cents on each gallon of gas, and that money goes to road construction and maintenance. The more you drive and the heavier your vehicle, the more gas you burn. So, in theory, you pay roughly in proportion to your road use. Gas taxes were often seen as a fair user fee and far less hassle than stopping to pay tolls every few miles. The federal government got into the game in 1956, creating the Highway Trust Fund, funded by a national gas tax to finance new interstate highway systems. The feds offered to pay 90% of the cost of interstate highways, an almost irresistible deal for states. This massive infusion of gas tax money meant the bulk of American freeways built from the 1950s through the 1970s were non-tolled or quote-unquote free roads in common parlance, though of course paid for by fuel taxes. So many toll roads that predated the interstate system were integrated into it. So in 1957, about 2,100 miles of existing tollways in 15 states were officially added to the interstate network, but they didn't become free. Law allowed those routes to keep collecting tolls so that bondholders could be repaid. After all, if Washington had forced states to remove tolls, someone would still have to foot the bill. Either the government would have to pay off the bonds, or taxpayers at large would subsidize those highways. So instead, those early turnpikes stayed tolled, and drivers understood they were paying extra for a faster and or more direct route. So by around 1970, America had a dual system: tax-funded free highways, including most of the interstates, and toll roads, mostly in areas that had big turnpikes or expensive bridges.